Hello everyone. Well, it's Sunday. I'm just boiling the kettle waiting for something to drink while I go and do some work. And I thought I'd show you something that I found in a charity shop the other day, which brought back a lot of memories from my childhood, which I thought would make a nice present for some of my little cousin. It's Bewitched, an old game that was in the window of the charity shop, probably because it's coming up to Halloween. And I just thought, oh, I've got to get that for him because that'll be fun. It's a game involving lots of people who've been turned into frogs who have to find a witch's spellbook under one of these little hats and then get it back to their lily pad to turn themselves back into people. It's a very daft idea. Jennifer regards it as one of those strange games, Fred, get off the table, which just seem to spew out from the ideas mills at places like Waddington's. And it's great, it's good fun. And I thought that it's raining quite badly. Do you want to go sailing?
Yeah, we won't need to go far for finding the water. It's all around.
So what are you doing in here then?
I'm just continuing to build the model railway.
You got a nice little train here. I do like the steam trains.
The reason I use that one is because it's really unreliable. So if that will go over the track work, everything else will.
So, I think it's time for a cup of tea now and then I've got to get to work. So I'll talk to you a bit more later. Hello again. We've just given the cat a flea collar. She is not happy and is now hiding underneath the television set. So it's basically a panic room. She's had a look outside, but doesn't seem to be too keen on the weather. But she's been adamant that she wants to go out because she keeps trying to get out the door. So I thought we'd best introduce her to the world. And she doesn't seem to like it now. First, it's one of the situations. The grass is always greener on the other side, and the doorways are always better on the outside, apparently, if you're a cat. And then once she was out, she think, actually, I think I prefer the heat in the house. Let's go back in. And now she won't come out from under the television because she thinks we're going to throw her out. But never mind, she'll get used to it, I suppose. So, Jennifer, today you said you were going to try to get your train going all the way around the track. And have you succeeded with that?
Yes, I have actually. It's been a long day's work, but I've finally reached the point where the first test train can run all the way round.
Oh, excellent. Can we see it?
Yes, certainly.
Well, there we go. Mission complete. Well, guys, that's really the end of what I've got to do for you today. I've got a little bit more work still to do because I've got a few articles to finish up before I actually head off to bed. But apart from that, that's pretty much all we've got for you today. It's been an interesting weekend. I've done a lot of relaxing, which I've needed because I've been working flat out for weeks now. And it's really been worth it. I'm getting back on track with my work after having a bit of a down period where I wasn't able to work very much. I am starting to catch up again, and it looks like we're going to be all right. So that's good. What's coming up in the middle of the week? Well, it's an exam, and it's really the part where I draw a line under the last 5 years of my life. The law degree is finally over with once I've done that exam, so I'm revising hard for that, and hopefully I'll come through all right. I'm not as confident as I have been in previous years with this year, but that's because land law is one of the more difficult sections from British law, according to pretty much everyone you ask. So I'm not too worried that I'm not as confident with it as the rest, but I'm going to try as hard as I can and see how I go. In other news, after that, it's really the sky's the limit, because for the next 2 years, I haven't decided I'm going to go straight in and study for the bar. I do intend to go for the bar at some point, but not right away. I'm going to have a bit of a break to try and work as hard as I can and see whether we can pay the mortgage off in a couple of years' time. When we've got a 5-year mortgage, but if I work really hard and get the majority of the money for the mortgage put aside, so that regardless of what happens, we'll be able to pay either all of it or like 80-90% of it off at the end of the 5-year term. And that's really what we're looking forward to now, so that we don't have a huge amount of debt over our heads, and we can then go on and pursue our own projects. The way I'm looking at it is, after that I can study for the bar, or perhaps the comics will have become a success by then, and I can go on with them, or maybe I'll just continue with writing, or maybe I'll use my writing and the law together and become a legal writer or something like that. But the sky's the limit, really, once we've got this sorted. So that's really what I'm doing now. Working hard, studying hard, playing hard, to coin a phrase that's so overused you wouldn't believe it. But anyway, that's pretty much it for me, and I'll see you next week. So until then, bye-bye.